Stay black in America. Don't leave. Don't go anywhere. Greatest country in the world for a black man or a black woman. Today we're going to give you a big history lesson. Back in 1829, Mexico, which was then called New Spain, you had a guy that rose to become president of the country. He was of mixed race. His father was a mestizo, which means he was the indigenous people who originated there for Spain, came there and had Spanish blood in him as well. And his mother was a descendant of Africa, slaves. He rose up to become president of Mexico. And in 1829, he eliminated slavery in Mexico. A great man, 194 years ago, did a super thing. At the time, there probably were 1 million or so people of African descent that were brought over from Spain to be slaves in Mexico. All of them were freed. There were 5,000 to 10,000 black people in America crossed the border to freedom. And we talking about 1829 crossed the border to freedom. America didn't have its emancipation until 1864. And in some places in June 10th in Texas, they took 2 additional years having people slaves when they were actually free because the government didn't enforce it and go down there. So we're talking about a great guy here. We're talking about a guy, man, who truly had a mixture of everything in him. He saw the world in many different ways, many different eyesights, you know. He knew the slavery thing was wrong, and brought about freedom. So actually, if he had been in America, he'd be considered a black president because, you know, in America, if you got 10, 5, 1% blood in you, you know, you considered black. So in America, he would definitely have been a black president of mixed race, but he did so in Mexico. So we're looking at during that same time, between 30 and 100,000 black people escaped to the north. And about that same time for like freedom, trying to get away from the slavery type thing. And just a remarkable story. His name is hard for me to pronounce. It's Josiah Ramos Guerrero Saldana. But I'll definitely put his name on the you know, I'll definitely hit this video with his name. So he's a great person. I found about him accidentally. So I decided to report it because, hey, we need good stories, as much good stories as we can possibly get. So we know that, you know, 1829, some people got away, man, got away to freedom and went over into Mexico. And Mexico, I think today has 1.3 million people of color, descendants of Africa. So descendants of that horrible West African slave trade market. So look, stay black in America. Subscribe to my channel. Brilliant young man here. Yeah, they say he had guerrilla warfare during the various wars that Mexico had to rise him to such prominence. And thank God he had the heart to free people and not continue this horrible thing of slavery 194 years ago. Stay black in America. Subscribe to my channel. Bye.